Now that's weird because I could have sworn I saved that, but we'll roll it. Okay. For this, let's go here and we're gonna make a new level. We're gonna call this Doctor. And we'll call the level Doctor. And then we'll give it a few frames. We'll move this up, that way we can kind of... Okay, let's go over here. We'll grab this. And what we'll do, we'll copy all this and we'll go to frame 1. Now what we're going to do at this point is we're going to have to jump the camera back out to normal. Yeah, so the camera, we'll have it jump back out here and then we'll have the scene change. Alright, so for the Doctor, let's use this body. I kind of like this thin. We'll make him sort of thin. Alright, cool. We'll move this over here. And let's work on, we use the same, we'll take the same skin color and then we'll just play with it. So we'll go copy and we'll go to this frame, paste color. Paste insert, and then we'll just make it a bit lighter. Yeah. All right, good. Now for the Doctor, I think what I want to do, grab those same eyes. I kind of like using those. In fact, I think we'll take those and put them on that first frame over there for the character. Yeah, here. Yep, that way they're there. Good. Alright, so here. Resize. We'll make them right about here, I think. Make them 2. Good. Now for the Doctor, go with the brush and we'll go minimum 2. Going to, I'd like to have his beard and his hair just kind of mesh into one shape. I think that's what we'll do. Just kind of go. Let's see what this looks like. Let's get this character out. Kind of like that actually. We could do that, and then over here for the mouth, I think what we'll do is I want to give this one an eyebrow. Yeah, I like that. So we'll group this. I want to make him older, so we'll make the hair kind of like this, I think. Up and flip it. Yep, kind of like this. We're gonna, yeah, that'll work. We'll kind of get the Doctor sort of pinned down. And then what we can do is play with the, what we want him to look like. And then the other colonists will just kind of be, I think they'll kind of be like throwaway colonists. We'll just kind of make them like, just sort of simple characters. So we'll give him some pants. We'll give him some pants and we'll give him a t-shirt, like a button down. I kind of like that. Bang, bang, bang. Clean it up. Digging it. So this is going to group. Alright, so all this, we should be able to bring all this to the front. Yep, perfect. That's what I wanted. You could go as far as like giving him glasses and everything, but I, no. I think we'll keep him kind of like this for now, so we'll practice on making. How about something like that? And then if we overdraw that again, no. How about just a mustache? Yeah. Kind of an old man mustache. I kind of like it. Yep. Big fan. So we'll kind of bring that in right here, I think. And then we'll just give him a little... I'm digging it. Now, I think if we group this, we can fill it. Bring it to the front. Now, can I... Okay, so can I go like that? This is the question. So that is a group currently. Wait, if I ungroup this, and then group this, yeah, I can do it. This should allow me, at this point, to do almost like a little blue for like a surgeon, I guess. We'll do a second lighter for the shirt. I like it. I like it. I'm digging it. Okay, this will be the doctor. And we'll give him his two little hands. I think that's going to be sort of par for the course for these characters. I think we'll go here, group, and fill, and then we need to duplicate. Yep. Good. Perfect. I think this will be our doctor. So what we need to experiment with is I guess the blade. Let's do that now. Let's we'll grab this. Kind of make it like a knife. Okay. Start here like this. Okay. That's good. What about the tip though? I guess it'd be sort of... Okay, that'll work. Lighter. That can be like the scalpel, I guess, like the surgical scalpel. Now, what we're going to do is we will always have the hand kind of go behind it, sort of like this. Okay, that's good. I like this. And then what we can do is, we really want... I wonder if we should do side and rear. So this will be the doctor. And I'm wondering, let's do this. Let's do character one. We'll move him out. Okay. Now, this is going to be... He's obviously going to be oversized. Well, it depends on the size of the scene, but yeah, we'll... Alright. We'll leave him there. I'm liking it. Looks like an old man. I like it. I want to experiment. Blink when he snaps. Be like the normal looking. But when he snaps, we'll do like the line under the eyes and everything. Like this. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So we'll do that'll be perfect. We'll use this, and then we'll have to change the persona when he snaps. So when he snaps, we'll go. Let's actually do this. That way, we have two versions of the character. So that'll be him, happy and jovial. What we'll do is, can I just bend this line? I can. So he'll look happy. He'll look content, right? And then we'll come over here, and then when he snaps, we'll make the eyes and everything slightly bigger, I think. It'll be slightly noticeable if they're bigger. You know what? We'll actually make one bigger than the other. Or like this. I like that. We're sort of just doing some basic character design right now. 2, 2. No, that's not 2. 2 and 2. Okay. And then his eyebrows. This will help sell the point that he's angry and he sort of snapped. Yep. That's perfect. And we'll lower this slightly. Yeah, that looks completely different, like two different characters, but that's good. So this will be the happy version of him, and this will be the angry version. Then I'm thinking about if I can make this work. Lines under the eyes. Yeah, something like this. Something sort of like that. And then, you know what we can do? I didn't even think of this. Come out. What if we had the eyes go slightly red when he's angry? You know, that would actually work. But that's really going to help sell the fact that because he looks much more angry and violent in the right. So the story with this first episode is going to be this doctor who snaps because he failed surgery. And then he ends up like basically knifing the entire colony and then wandering into the desert and dying. That's kind of the premise of this one. So I'm just kind of trying to design that character. This will work. Okay. I'm liking this. And for turnarounds, this will be simple. We'll just go, you know what, actually, I'll go another step. Yep. But yeah, that looks like completely different. I don't know about the red eyes. I kind of like it. Any thoughts, let me know. But I think the eyes help sell the anger and the frustration. And we're going to forgo, as you can see from the previous scene here, we're going to forgo major shading. The only shading I really want to use is under. So like this muffler. We'll use shading for that. We'll use shading for like things directly under, but I'm not really going to shade the characters and everything too much. I think we'll just kind of, let everything be flat colors, and we'll define everything with the strokes. I think it's the way we'll do this. So, as this animation works, slow down. You'll see the shadow follow. That'll work good. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the doctor. Now, we're gonna need, let's say for the colony, let's make 3 more colonists. And those will be, we'll make 2 healthy colonists and 1 colonist that he fails the surgery on. That'll be the way to go. And I think we're gonna make them all their own flavor for the sake of, yeah. We want to label these. So we've got doctor, and we're gonna be doing this every episode. So I think we'll just do, I don't know if I want to say colonist. We'll just say car 1. We'll just do it like this, car 1, car 2, because every episode is going to have, I don't want to say throwaway characters, but it's going to have characters that are just sort of like, they're just part of the story, right? But they're not like integral like the doctor in this episode. The doctor in this episode is like a main character. Alright, so we'll go here. Good. Alright, so this is going to be frame 1 of the doctor. These are all the body shapes that I drew. These are very similar to the Rimworld body shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste them here. We're going to choose a body shape for each character. So I think for this first character 1, I think we'll do this big body shape right here. I think for character 2, we'll do this body shape on the end. I kind of like this one. All right. Yeah, we'll do that one. And then for character 3, I think we'll do, because you'll notice I'm using these predefined body shapes that I do. We'll do this guy here for the third character. All right, so if we turn them all on, there we go. And we have the doctor character here. He's on his own level. All right, cool. So this is going to be, we're going to have this scene play through. So the scene is going to play, and then it's going to cut to a picture of the colony just kind of being happy, I think. And then what we'll do is, yeah, we'll have to play with it, but we'll get it. And part of the fun of this is, I mean, I'm pretty good with Tahoma, but part of the fun of this is going to be learning new things, even despite that. So this is going to be the doctor. Him up over here. And if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. I'm just sort of doodling tonight. I don't know how much animating we'll do tonight. This may be more just sort of a doodle session. All right, turn these off. And let's go ahead and draw character 1. So with that body, let's make that a woman. Just make it a very big, broad. It'll be a big, broad chest, big, broad shoulders. We'll start with, I think we'll start like this. Yeah. And then we'll do this as like the bottom for like the pants. Okay, good. I like that. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to copy the skin tone from the doctor. We're going to paste insert it here. And that's going to be the overall skin tone. Now, actually, we should make some darker characters. We'll go like here. Yeah, we'll make this person darker skin. That'll work. All right, we'll move these eyes in here. Resize. And this is going to be a bigger character. That's fine. Okay. These will be the eyes. Now we'll make this female. So, we'll have to give it some more female characteristics. I'm not really sure how we're going to do that yet, but we'll play with it. Okay. Maybe we can do that with the mouth. Maybe we can make the mouth more feminine. If we're not going to do a beard. Or we'll do feminine hair. We'll do feminine hair. But let's actually group this. So we can color it. And then we can play with that skin tone. Right about there. Looks good. And then what we'll do is we'll group this. Right. So these will be like the shoulders, I'm thinking. And we'll make like a, actually, you know what? Ungroup this real quick. Make this like a belt. Perfect. All right. Yeah, we'll make this like a belt. And what we'll do is we'll keep that the skin tone. We'll make this like a top shirt, like a belt, like a lower. And now, again, these are Rimworld-based characters, so they're going to have this style look, and I'm specifically making it this way, in case anyone's curious. This will be the floating hands. If anyone's not familiar with Rimworld, it is a really fun game, sort of a colony survival game, but it's more of like a story generation game. All right, group this. Delete that color. So these will be the hands. Okay, good. And they kind of float off to the side of the body, just like the narrator. His hands float off to the side as well. All right, so for her, what are we gonna do for her hair? That's a tough question. And we're not drawing like side and rear face right now. We're just kind of doing front facing. We'll decide on the rear facing later. Right, let's works. Can I get away with something like that? I guess I could, but I would have to redo the way the shaping works. But I could do that. Okay, we'll think about that. Let's go ahead and draw the eyebrows. We'll make them sort of thin. I'm thinking sort of that. And we'll make the hair darker. So we'll just kind of go here. Yep. Bang. Bang. Okay. Hey Maria, how you doing? A little thick slant on the eyes. Maybe. I want to make it more feminine, but the trick with these characters, as you can see here and here, is they're relatively low detail, right? They're not like highly detailed, which gives off a look at the game. And that's why I guess this is the first episode I'm doing, so I'm trying to like develop how I want it to look, right? But that's a great idea. We might actually do that, like maybe try to do little swoops right here or something. And I'm thinking the lip would be another way to signify it. If I could make more feminine looking lips instead of just, you know, this. But we'll play with it. We'll play with it. Like I said, today I'm just sort of getting the sketching down, right? Like what I want the characters and everything to look like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually turn this, I'm thinking about turning this into like an animated series based on some of the stories that I've encountered in Rimworld in the video game. That's kind of the idea behind this whole thing. Okay, take that off, group this, then we should be able to make, yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I've got some ideas. I'm not sure how it's all going to work out, but we'll see how it goes. How you doing, Maria? 2, 2, 2. Okay. I don't kind of like it like that. How about a larger solution? Yeah, this was an idea I had a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, it'd be really cool to do some Rimworld themed stuff. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out. So I've talked about this before. I'm always trying to find that balance between time, right? And I've mentioned this before, where it's like, of course you could do a more thorough animation, right? But you have to find that balance between like time, right? You have to find that balance that allows you to actually complete a project. You know what I mean? Because if something's too complicated, the likelihood of you actually completing it pretty low, you know? Oh, and Rosh Hashanah with friends. How are you? Very good. I'm good. I'm just hanging out tonight. Streaming a little later than normal, but kind of hanging out and relaxing. It's actually a really late stream for me, but I wanted to go live and mess around for a bit. What if the women we do just like a line, something like that. Not a negative. That looks a little more feminine, and it kind of fits the bill. That definitely might work. Jazz, hey, how are ya? How are you? Hi there. Alright, so we've got this character. I didn't even realize that. What? I guess I still have Streamlabs moderating? I'm gonna have to go look into that. I wasn't even aware. Well, you figured that out for me, Chad. I didn't even know Streamlabs was moderating. I'll have to look into that. I'm good. Had a long weekend. Just kind of hanging out. Late stream. I don't think I'll be streaming too long tonight. I just wanted to kind of come in and draw for a little bit. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm working on here, I'll show you real quick. I shared it on Discord earlier. But the goal here is I'm going to be making this. The idea here is I'm thinking about, there's a video game I play called Rimworld, and it's more like a story generation game. And it's a really fun game with some really wild scenarios. And I'm thinking about making a series on YouTube based off some of the story that I have experienced in the video game. And so far I have this intro in the beginning of the game. You crash on a planet, these pods, right? And then this is kind of the style that I'm going for right here. Slow down now. You know what I mean? Hello, traveler. What can I do for you? And so what I'm doing is I'm kind of using this first one as kind of a test to see how the speed can work and how effectively I can do it. You know, it's sort of a test, really. I like those eyebrows too. Right. I think those will work really well. Chaos Spirit, right, Ches? How are you, Ches? How you been doing? I like those. I like those a lot because they look more feminine. Sure. Two. Okay. So let's get back to go like this, and then these hands. Bedtime soon. Yeah, it is. I got to be at work in like 5 hours. I just wasn't able to sleep. When I can't sleep, I generally get up and try to like do something to keep my brain, try to get tired. And that's kind of what this is. It's like, well, maybe if I get up and I make my brain work for a while, maybe I'll actually get sleepy. Yeah, I don't sleep much. I get about 2 to 3 hours a night here lately, which isn't good, I know. But I have a really difficult time sleeping, typically. So I just get what I can get, you know. Those are cute. Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing more of my streams over here, Chaz, for a couple reasons. It has nothing to do with Twitch and what's going on with Twitch. So first and foremost, I'm gonna be removing my schedule because my schedule is really hard for me to keep because of work and family and all that stuff. So first, I think I'm just gonna remove my schedule, and I think when I stream, I'll stream. You know what I mean? But it'll be sort of spur of the moment. It'll be sort of last minute, if you will. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to move a lot of my content over here just for the sheer fact that when I do stream, it counts as content on YouTube, right? Because it gets automatically cataloged in my live stream playlist, which then counts as, content that people can go back and watch and all that stuff. So I think I'm actually going to start moving some of this stuff over here and, start playing with it. My cats are confused as to why I'm typing like this. Oh, you guys, we took our cats to the spa this weekend, and they all got bathed and they got their nails clipped. And when they sent them home, they had these little bandanas on them, these little cute bandanas. I wish we had them. I wish we had gotten pictures of it, but we didn't. It was really, really cute. It was cute. You can't work for 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, I don't sleep much. Don't sleep much. Chaz. Chaz is in here breaking the bot. You know, it's funny, Chaz. I didn't even realize that Streamlabs was moderating this chat, and you have figured that out for me. So thank you. No, it's funny now that it's mentioned it. I do remember configuring something on Streamlabs years ago, and it might. No, you're fine. You're fine. It must still be configured, so I'm gonna have to go take a look at that. That's hilarious, though. The mouth, I'm not sure how I want to do this on her. So, have you made any progress, Maria? You been working on any animations or anything? Yeah, you're fine, Chaz. Don't worry about it. I don't have any bots set up over here. So okay. I think for the hair, kind of like this idea. What if we did it sort of like this? Oh, nice, 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 nice. Okay. I like that. And the hair works. That's cute. Oh, very nice, Maria. Very nice. I'm all over the place. I constantly jump from thing to thing. Has some work to do with my speed. Well, you know, the funny thing, Chaz, is I don't even remember what I configured so long. But apparently it's still working. You know why it's still working? Because I do have my Streamlabs account. And obviously, I have it set to moderate my YouTube channel. So I'm going to have to go and do some research on that. It's so long, I don't even know. All right, let's go back to this. Okay, that'll work. Now, is it just me? But I think those eyebrows do a really good job of bringing out the femininity. Like, to me, they do. I don't feel like I need to go overboard with the mouth or anything, right? Unless we specifically have a character who needs that look. I feel like it works. I feel like the point comes across. Okay. So, and we'll configure the clothes. So for character, we got to do one more character here. We'll make this a female character as well. And this will be a male character. So we'll do 4 characters in total. It hates cats. Well, that would make sense because there's probably cat protection on. Okay. And you know the cool part of this, here's what I was thinking. So if I'm going to make this like a reoccurring thing, which I'd like to, it makes sense to me that once I get some of these characters drawn, I can kind of reuse parts and pieces, right? Like I could grab a body that I've already done and sort of throw a different head on it, change the skin color. You know what I mean? Like I could kind of mix and match things a little bit once I kind of build up like a database of characters. I'm thinking. Okay, so like for this one, I know for a fact that I want this character. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I think it'll work. All right, that's going to be the skin tone. So that can be that. Russian nesting doll, in a way. So have you ever seen Rimworld, Maria? Or, because this is, so in Rimworld, I'll show you this, because this might help make sense. So in Rimworld, the characters, they all have body shapes kind of like this, right? So in the video game, none of them have hands or feet. They're just like little floating shapes, if you will. And so I'm choosing to give them hands because there's going to be certain scenes where I want the hands to kind of move, right? Or to kind of like designate pointing and holding a knife or something, if you will. So I'm choosing to add little floating hands, but this is pretty much what the character designs look like. They just look like little, like I'll show you here. So basically, this is what the video game looks like when it comes to the characters. You see, they're just like these little, they're just like little floating people. And then they have different haircuts, different clothes, that kind of stuff. So, funny story, Ches. Pippin has really come out of his shell over the weekend. I don't know if it was going to the spa. I'm not sure what's happened. But, like, he is letting us pet him. He has completely changed his tune just over the weekend. Not that he's been mean, but it's like he's completely changed his temperament. I really don't understand, but he's doing really well, so. Like, he let me hold him today and pet him, and I was like, who are you? Yeah, Rimworld is one of my favorite games, easily. But it can be quite complex if you're just first getting into it, because there's a lot to learn and figure out. Yeah, so we'll make this a female character as well. And then we'll make this another male character over here. And we could do alien races. They don't all have to be human. So we could do something like purple skin, green skin, that kind of stuff. And don't worry, we'll finish the clothes and everything. I'm sort of just working with this one. Changing characters. So, it's funny you mentioned that. About 3 weeks ago, Frodo and Pippin were like fighting daily. Like, and when I say fighting, I mean they were rolling on the floor, hissing and screaming. And that lasted for about 5 days, and then it went away. I don't know if one was challenging the other for like alpha, or I don't know what was going on, but it just went away. So I don't know. Beautiful stray cat a few weeks ago. He's getting friendly slowly. So we've had Pippin Maria for over a year, almost 2 years, and he barely lets us touch him. I mean, he's not mean to us, but every time we get near him, he just hunkers into a corner. Like he's always been very skittish. But over the weekend, he's letting me hold him. He's laying here and touching me and letting me pet him. So kind of neat, weird, but it's neat. Yeah, but it was really weird a couple weeks ago. Like, they were just fighting like tooth and nail. We actually considered getting rid of one of them if it didn't stop. But it stopped. So we were like, okay. Yeah. Well, we had actually talked about if they didn't get it sorted out and they didn't get it sorted out soon, that we might get rid of one of them. Because I told my wife, I said, we can't have them fighting. I mean, they weren't drawing blood, but they were really getting into it, and it was getting a little worrisome. I mean, the fights were bad enough, we were having to break them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's exactly what my wife said. It's just taking him extra time, He's starting to come around now. This one's going to be wearing... Sometimes they can be pretty mean to each other. And see, ours typically are not. And that was the weirdest part about when all that went down. Like, they've gotten along for years. And then out of nowhere, I mean, they were literally the cat fight you see where it's a ball rolling across the floor and arms flinging. That's what it looked like. It looked like a cartoon. It was loud. And it was like, what the heck? And, I mean, they were snarling, hissing. I mean, it was pretty violent, you know? But then it just went away. Got each other's nerves, right? Yeah. I was pretty worried. My wife was pretty worried. But we, you know, like I said, we had actually considered getting rid of one of them if it didn't stop. But it did. They're like children. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Yeah. It was quite peculiar. But I'm glad it's over. Okay. I'm gonna make this head a little smaller for this one. Two. Perfect. So this one is gonna be wearing sort of almost like a one piece, almost like, I don't want to say slave clothing, but the game, they can wear rags pretty much. Because you have, you know, like your armor and stuff is a different level. So you may have, as you begin to make clothes and stuff, people will be outfitted with better clothing. So she's still wearing rags. She hasn't really gotten better clothing. And then the guy here, yeah, they figured it out. My wife wondered, though, she wondered if Pippin took Alpha from Frodo. Because we noticed the other day, when he went to eat, Pippin was eating, and Frodo wouldn't go near the food until Pippin got done. So we were kind of wondering if Pippin challenged him, and either... we don't know. You know what I mean? We're not entirely sure. We know something went down. Yeah, I'm digging that eyebrow. Or eye. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Because that instantly, to me, makes it look much more feminine. The battling will start again. Yeah. Yep. Okay. This will work. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. I know it's sort of different, but I'm just sort of grinding away on these. Just kind of developing the characters for this first episode. And I'm really excited about this because I'm hoping that I can get myself to stick to it to actually make more. And it can be something that I enjoy doing. You know what I mean? We're not going to show the neck on this one. This is just going to be a shirt, so we'll just go like this. Battling will start again, yeah. Little peanut, yeah. I love my cats though, man. Like, I like dogs, you know, but I would take my my cats over a dog any day of the week. Alright, I don't really like that red for sure. Let's go for like kind of like the green. And we'll give him a coat. So in order to make a coat, we'll just come up here like this. Thinking. And then what? We'll put an orange in here. Make it sort of brown. Oh yeah, that'll work. Perfect. This will look like a little coat. So this one will be wearing this, and then for the hands, we'll do the same thing. We'll do a we'll use the same light skin tone right here. Okay, so then we can group this and then fill this. Nice. It's starting to come along, y'all. When we started, we didn't have anything. This is really starting to fit. Yeah, I think so. I think we're good now, Jazz. Well, it is. It's disheartening, right? Because you love all of them, so you're just sort of like, what are we doing, guys? You know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we seriously considered trying to decide if we were going to get rid of one because it wasn't getting better. And it almost seemed like everything just cleared up. All right. So do you guys ever get interested in something like this? Decide you just want to take a stab at something kind of like this? I have though. It's like, it's weird. I get these ideas for comics or animations, and it's like I just want to do them. You know. This is good. This is turning out pretty good. I'm happy with this so far. This will be good for the first 4 characters. We will make her the subject that dies on the table. She will be the dead colonist on the table. And then he will murder these 2. That'll be the way the story goes, I think. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll finish her hair and everything. And we could. Yeah, me too, Maria. Stuck on sketches, storyboards, and scripts. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, it's the older I get, the more I begin to realize that, you know, we only have so much time to do these things, right? And so you sort of have to pick something and just move on with it. You know what I mean? And give it a try or don't, because, you know, we only have so much time to be able to commit to things like this. It's just a little personal pet project I want to play with. I know a lot of people that play Rimworld and they love the game, and I hope so. I hope people enjoy it, get a laugh out of it, and I'm hoping that people that don't even play Rimworld maybe get out of it, or, you know, whatever. Her clothes, I like her outfit though. That's good. We got this guy. Make him sort of grumpy. Yeah, we'll make him sort of like grumpy. I like that. Sort of downtrodden, yeah. Start doodling and then kind of develop out of the doodles. Yep. Dry brush and Tahoma, right, Maria, yeah. I'm the same way. I just sort of start making things and get moving. Yeah, I know what you mean, Chad. The thing I have to work more on is actually finishing some of these ideas. Right now, I'm glad all my commissions are caught up, and I think I'm going to kind of take a hiatus from commissions for a bit, because I really want to get working on some little fun things for me. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, commissions are great. You can make a little extra money and stuff, and you know, that's all well and good, but like, sometimes you just want to make stuff for you. You know? And when you're working on commission, sometimes that can be slippery. Because you're busy. Alright, let's make hair for this guy. His hair. Um, I don't like it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It does. It feels nice to be able to just make, you know what I mean? Because I mean, the thing with commissions is, as much fun as they are, they're very daunting because you know that you're working on something for somebody else, right? So at the end of the day, you're really, it's like that stays in the back of your head where you're really worried about the outcome because obviously someone's paying money for it, right? But when I do things like this, I'm just doing it because I love it, right? And I'm not worried, those pressures are gone. And that is such a nice feeling. Maybe we'll give this guy a mohawk. Maybe, like, or just... Oh, how do I want to do that? Let's lower this down on the face a little bit. And see, that's the thing, Chaz, is like, as much as I enjoy them, like I just finished one up, and you know, it was just this, you set all your limits at front, right? Like this many edits, this many this, many that, but people, you know, they push, and it can really take away from the joy of creativity when you're trying to, you know, do something like that. It really can. But what I've found over the years, and it's the way I do everything now, I'm doing a commission for somebody, I set the ground rules, and you know, either they like the ground rules and they're willing to work with them, or they don't. And I tell them, you know, you want to find somebody else. I mean, you know, I tell everybody up front, I do this on the side, I don't do this full time. You know, so my time, it takes me longer because I do it as I can. And I also don't take on many commissions at a time because of that. And, you know, so I warn people, like, it's going to take me a little while because I do it in between other things. And, yeah. Yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. If you ever get into commission, you got to. People, they will take. People get this idea that, like, they're paying for it, but then they almost have this, like, oh, well, you know. Yeah, it can be a real slippery slope. Yes, absolutely. And that's what I tell people. You know, it's like, and right now I'm dealing with this knee. I mean, I wish I could do this stuff full time. That would be dream job 101, but it's just not the case. You know? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I like that hair. I like this dude. He looks real worried. So I've got to go back to the doctor in 2 weeks, and we're going to discuss what kind of surgery I'm getting. It's either going to be corrective surgery or it's going to be a full knee replacement. I personally, given what I know about my knee, I feel like I'd rather have a knee replacement. But I'm gonna wait and see what the doctor says about where I'm at. If I don't really feel like I want to correct it at this point, I feel like I just want to replace it because of my prior history with my knee and everything. But you know, I'm gonna wait and see what the doctor says after these last tests, and we'll come up with a game plan. Here's where we're going. Here's what we're doing. Yeah. All right, so we've got our 4 characters roughly down. Digging it. I'm digging it. Get some hair on this one. I don't know what I want the hair to look like yet. Oh, well, thank you, Jez. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, a few years ago. Funny you say that, Maria. So I tore my knee up playing football in college, and I've already had my knee opened up. I had my ACL, MCL replaced over 20 years ago. So my ACL isn't working right again. So they want to correct that, and then the meniscus between my bones is gone. So the discussion right now is how much work do we want to do, and that's kind of the decision that needs to be made. Are we going to try to correct it again, or are we just going to replace it this time, considering I've already had extensive work done on it? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what do I do? Do we try to repair it again? And given my age and everything, I don't know if I feel like repairing it again. I would almost say I feel like just replacing it at this point. But got to take into account what the doctor thinks and everything too. So yeah, I know exactly where he's coming from, Maria. That sounds like me in a nutshell. Yeah. Thank you, Chez. Yeah, it'll be all right either way. I'll get there. Yeah, it is. It's gotten so bad for me, like I can barely put weight on it most of the time. Which is really what prompted my wife to say something. My wife was like, "You really need to get your knee looked at because you're limping all over the place." And I was like, "Yes, I know, dear." Okay, let's send this to the back. Let's give her purple hair. I feel like purple hair. Why not? Not everybody needs to have normal colored hair, right? Have a little fun with it. Very cool. Now, what I want to test is, see, that's the thing, Jez. Like, at my age, do we really want to go through another repair cycle? Or do we just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I feel like it. I don't feel like at this point, just give me a new knee and send me on my way, I have peach colored hair, so don't ask me. Alright, so we've got the narrator. The narrator doesn't have a name yet, by the way, but I haven't really given him one yet. Okay, so I'm digging her. She's looking cool. We need to finish this character up. First part about this is now that we're getting the 4 characters done, then I can start working on animation very soon, which is cool. This is going to kind of get me in the right where I need to be. So then, like, I have the whole intro thing animated, right? Like, we have the entrance, and we have the beginning, and then we have this part of the animation. So now that we get this done, we can actually start animating these 4 characters, which will be really cool. This is the first part of just kind of laying down what you want it to be. Mine is gray now, but I chose it to be red. Kick out of the red hair for some reason. Started out dark brown. Mine is still relatively dark brown up here. My beard is like gray. Like I'm turning into my beard has so much gray in it now, but it don't bother me. I'm cool with it. Alright, let's go here. Alright, we need to see if we can color this into and then the hair. Oh, that looks like a head wrap. I just realized that'd be a good way to do that if I decide to do that. Okay, cool. So that'll be her hair. So this will be her, and then we'll get the coloring done. So cool. My sister, so my beard when I was younger was bright red. My hair was brown, my beard was bright red. It's not as red. In the summertime, it'll have some red to it, but I think a lot of the red that was in it is now gray. So it's not as red as it used to be. Sometimes it is, but not very often. Alright, will this allow me to get these? Why is this coloring the whole thing if I group this? Shouldn't these be working? You know what? We're going to do this. Hold on a minute. We're going to we're going to go back to character 1 and we're going to grab that initial body. Diana Reagan, the Avengers. Called up as a model. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing with, you know, you just gotta, like for me, I don't mind going gray. It does not bother me. With Redbeard, yeah, pretty much. I was. Yep. Streamlabs got Chaz again. I love how it times you out for 1 second. It literally gives you 1 second. Tall, controlled, and in command. When I got the hair, there you go. There you go. Chaz and Streamlabs are going to be fighting. Alright, let's see if we can do this time. This is still 2, right? Yes. I'm going to have to get it fixed before next time, Chaz. I promise. Man. It was funny. I opened up OpenTune today. It's been a while since I used it. And man, the vector tools in Tahoma are just so much easier for me. Like there's a reason I use Tahoma so much. Poor Chaz. Yeah. You know, it's so funny because I swear I didn't remember Streamlabs was moderating YouTube. So, you know, I'll have to, I'll just have to go in and see what the heck those settings are. I wonder if, let's try it like this. Let's say if I go like this. And then let's see if we leave the strokes. Does that change the effect of the coloring? So if we come here. Okay, so let's try that. And then if I group these. Okay, good. Now, changes the whole thing. I wonder why it doesn't do it on the other characters. I wonder if it's something with the shape. Funny, yeah. I'm sort of experimenting right this second. Just kind of playing around with shapes and stuff like that. I do think I want to draw a couple more body shapes to pull from. I think it'd be kind of fun because we have those from the original. So this was right here. I'll show you. This right here. You see this little character? This was the very first Rimworld character that I drew. And it was kind of just a test to see how I want to do the movement. You see, that's how I'm going to animate the walking and everything. And that was sort of the idea with this character, which is just kind of get comfortable with the what I want the animations to look like, the blinking, the head turn, the walking animation, all that, right? And so this was sort of like the test, which led to the movement and everything for this. And then now we're just kind of working on getting the other characters built so that we can start the animation as a whole. Maybe the brother of the pink hair person. Well, that's the fun part about Rimworld when you play it. Like, you'll get raided, right? And one of the raiders raiding you will be like the brother of somebody in your colony, or like the dad of somebody in your colony, right? And then you have this whole scenario where like you may kill them, and then they get a move. You know, they're obviously upset because their dad died, but their dad died raiding the colony. So it's like, it's funny. It's funny. Like, it's funny how the game sort of deals out the ebb and flow. All right, so for her, I think I don't want her in a similar outfit to this. I think what we'll do is we'll give her a jacket. I think we'll do this. That looks right. So what we'll do, take this, cut it. We'll go over this. Nice. What we'll do is we'll fill this in with this. That way we have the skin tone, right? And then we'll give her a coat with a shirt kind of thing. Kind of a long looking coat. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing this because really the main reason that I'm doing it is I want to sort of play with learning Tahoma even more than I already know, right? Families Up for Revenge, yeah, pretty much. You can get in some weird scenarios. Okay, so for the code, we'll go here. We'll make this, like, for now, we'll just kind of color this bit, and then we'll give her some clothes. We'll make this work. Yeah. And like I said, once we get these characters designed, then we'll, you know, be able to start the animation process. So we'll go here. And we'll close it right there. Boom. Make it white. Actually, we'll go with, and see, it's funny, Maria, I'm sure you've noticed by now, like the way that I do this, the way I work in Tahoma and the way I animate and everything's a little bit different than some of the other folks. That's like Darren and everybody. But that's mainly because I work with a lot of vectors. All right. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's go here. Get rid of this point altogether. Yeah. Then we'll bring the coat back down. Okay. Vector mouse position. Yeah, that's what I like about it too, right? Is it's like it's not a one size fits all thing. You know, there's different ways to do things. You know, and there's nothing wrong with like hand drawn, you know, frame by frame. I enjoy doing that sometimes, but I enjoy this style of animation because to me it's very fluid and it works well. It holds up well to me. So that'll work. We'll make that like a long coat. I like it because they all have very vastly different styles of clothing, right? It's good. I'm digging it. I am digging it. I wonder how we're going to do it when they have a peg leg, since we don't draw legs. I guess we just won't do a peg leg. I guess it'll just be, we'll just have to hint at it, since we're not doing legs. Yeah, we're not doing legs. So we'll just have to kind of, yeah, that's all right. Show creative vibes. Thanks, Chaz. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, I just like, I just like, I like being able to draw and share this stuff with folks. I think it's fun. I did do something cool. I don't know if anything's gonna come out of it, but my daughter's in 5th grade now, and her art teacher actually sent home a thing talking about like their curriculum and what they're going to be doing this year. And I actually thought about emailing the art teacher to see if there was any way I could contribute or any way that I could do, like, if since you know I do a lot of digital art and animations and stuff, I was wondering if you know she needed any assistance or if there was any, like, I don't know, any way for me to help the class with what I do. You know, if they can have like a guest thing or something like that, because I thought it'd be kind of cool to maybe show some younger kids this kind of stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna email her and just let her know. She may be like, "No, we're not allowed to have, you know, we're not allowed to have guests or whatever." I don't know. I don't know. But I figured it can't hurt to offer what I know to see if it can help some younger, you know, younger folks, younger audience. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, just totally on a volunteer thing, but I would love to share the knowledge I have with younger kids, and be able to maybe inspire them, and the beautiful part is a lot of the software I use is free, right? So it would give these kids a way to kind of, I could print out like little handouts, with the different softwares I use, so they could actually go home and they could install these things and they could dig into them. They could start learning them, that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just an idea, but we'll see what they say. I think it'd be really neat. I just think it'd be really cool to inspire or help, you know, help a young person maybe figure out programs they didn't know anything about, or maybe inspire them to get started on something they weren't even considering. You know what I mean? I think that'd be a really cool thing. Okay, digging that. That character I think is done. She looks good. Um, the doctor looks good. We're gonna go with that. We'll move this doctor off the frame. That'll be the later doctor once he fails the surgery. That'll be the angry doctor. This is the happy doctor. And we'll kind of learn a lot about creative process. Oh, thank you, Chez. I mean, and that's the way I'm looking at it. If I could help jumpstart somebody's curiosity, you know what I mean, or at least, and I say this all the time, Chez. You've heard me say this. Not everyone can afford to go out and spend thousands of dollars on software, right? And if I could help some small kid who may be interested in something like this and give them hey, here's a free piece of software, go get it. You know what I mean? That may be the stepping stone somebody needs to actually get into this thing without having all this money to spend on it. Because the one area I would like to pass on is I feel like a lot of younger people and people that are getting into this, they don't realize there's a world outside of Adobe, right? So everyone thinks creativity and they instantly just think Adobe. And it's like they start looking at the price tag attached to it, you know? And for a lot of people, that's just not a reality. So if I could help, give people some inspiration and give them direct them to things that don't cost so much money, it might be able to help somebody get their foot in the door. Yeah, so what's going to happen is the first episode, Jez, is this guy. So this was a lot of these stories I'm going to be telling were colonies that I played. So in this colony, I had a doctor who was a really good doctor. He had a really high doctoring skill. Well, he failed a surgery, a pretty simple, mundane, routine surgery, but he failed it. And when he failed it, the patient died, and that's going to be her. She's going to die. And then when she died, the doctor snapped. And when I say snapped, he full on broke. And what he did was he took his little knife, his little surgery knife, or his whatever it was. I think it was just a regular ballista knife or whatever. But he went around and he killed everyone else in the colony because he broke. His mind broke. And then he went off in a daze. So after he knifed everybody, he went into a daze and just wandered into the desert and died. That was it. Game over. Had to start a new colony. Yeah, gets dark, but that's basically what happened. And so in Rimworld, once everyone dies, colony over. You have to start a new colony. So that's what I had to do. Start a new colony, and that was that. So that's going to be the story behind this first episode. He's going to fail the surgery on her. When he fails that surgery, he's going to snap. This is what his character is going to look like at that point. And then he will basically hunt down these two. And once he's done doing that, he's going to basically snap and wander into the desert and die. Now, the trick with this is I'm going to find a balance to suggestively show what's happening, like the violence, right? But I'm not going to go over the top with it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to find a way to showcase that violence, but not make it outright violent. I'm not quite sure yet, but I have a couple ideas. Because I don't want it to just turn into some violent, bloody, thing. But I'm going to give the idea or the impression that the violence is there. You see what I'm saying? But we'll figure it out. In Rimworld, no. Once they're dead, they're dead. Now, um, there are other implications in like there's cannibalism and different things like that. And I also have some stories I'll be telling about some of that. In this story, the whole funny part about this story was the way that, he was a really good doctor and he basically snapped and killed the whole colony. That's where this story is going to go. So, good part is we have our 4 characters. That's great because now I can actually begin the other side to this process, which is going to be the animation side. Yes. So if you play Rimworld, you'll hear it commonly said, Maria, Rimworld is not a game about winning; it's a game about losing. At some point in Rimworld, the colony will die. It could be the raiders, it could be the disease, it could be the starvation, it could be due to pack of wild rabbits attacking your colony, and I'm not joking. It could be a colony of big giant bugs crash down and eat all your people. Like, the game is very unforgiving. And so the way the game works is it tells a story, so to speak. And there's all these random events that happen as you're playing the game. And you never really know what those random events are going to be. You could have your doctor snap and kill everyone, right? Now, he could have come out of that daze and tried to heal everybody, and the colony could have continued on, but he didn't. He wandered into the desert and died of starvation and dehydration, right? Game over. I've had colonies before where this is another story we're going to tell. I had a colony where there was a colonist who refused to put out fires. He refused to firefight. But he was a pyromaniac. So when he would snap, he would start fires. So what did he do? He snapped, he started a fire, set the fields on fire. All the colonists were injured, dying in the fire, and he refused to put the fire out because he refused to fight fire. So what ended up happening? Well, everyone else died. All the food was gone, and he ended up dying because there was nobody to help him. And that's the way the games go in Rimworld. Like, generally, there's some very wacky outcomes because of character traits or, you know what I'm saying? It gets very interesting. Means life ain't easy, right? Yeah. Rimworld can generate some very crazy scenarios. I had one colony end because a pack of man-eating rabbits attacked. I want to say it was like 12 man-eating rabbits. Well, they attacked, and when they attack, they hunt people. And so basically, all my people were out in the field trying to farm, and all of a sudden, these man-eating rabbits started attacking. And well, because there were so many of them, they just killed all the colonists, right? And it's just some crazy scenarios that can happen. Very crazy scenarios. Uh, the fun part, of this is if I get this off the ground and I'm having fun with it, I can have people who play Rimworld submit their story, right? So let's say somebody submits a really good or funny story, I can animate it. You know what I mean? And have fun with it. And then give that person credit for the story, which I think would be really cool. Of the Holy Grail, pretty much, Maria. And I mean, you can have situations like you can tame animals, Chad, right? So I had one instance where my people, they tamed a grizzly bear. They had tamed this grizzly bear, right? And it was a huge boon to the colony. Like, the grizzly bear, he would haul stuff, he would fight for them, you name it. Well, one day he just snapped and turned into a manhunter. And this grizzly bear took down like 8 colonists. They couldn't kill him. And he just literally ravaged the colony. And then it was like game over, But that's the point. You start a new colony. You get a whole new set of, the world randomly generates. You get a new map. You get new colonists. And it's a completely different game. Right. There's another animal in Rimworld called a boomalope, and they kind of look like a little horse, but they have these flame sacks on them. And when they die, they explode and start fires. Well, I've had those things attack when you get a man-eating boomalope that attacks your colony. They'll come rushing up to your front door. Somebody shoots them, they explode, and they set everything on fire. In different scenarios like that. Like it's a very fun game, but it can be very unforgiving. You know, but yeah. Oh yeah, it's a wild game, Chaz. It really is. Like there's some off the wall scenarios in that game. Um, so on that note, I think we're good. I think we got our characters sketched out, which is awesome. We've got our 4 characters. Um, we we've got, yeah, I think we got everything done. So I think I will probably call it there. That's about what? How long were we streaming? Yeah, about an hour and a half. That's pretty good. That got us some time to get these done, and then I'll start the animation. We'll see if we can't get this thing finished in a couple days. Everything can kill in that game. Yes, that game is very deadly. If you've never played it, I'd highly recommend it. I will say though, that game has a massive learning curve. If you're ever interested in it, it is huge. Like that game, there's a lot to learn, a lot, but it can be very rewarding, if you're into that. So, anyways, folks, thank you for coming out, Maria, Chad. Thank you guys so much. Keep me company. Really do appreciate it. For anyone else to stop by, thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to be doing some more streams here. We're going to be animating this. We're going to be drawing more characters. We're going to be having a lot of fun with this. So thank you. Have a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. So until then, take care of yourself and have a good one. Bye. You too, Maria. Bye, Ches.